Welcome to the HR Empowerment Podcast, where we will uncover strategies and new insights from HR professionals who discuss up-to-date regulations, best practices, and the most pressing topics like diversity and equity, leadership, dealing with difficult situations, and much more that affect your bottom line and business. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, welcome back. It's Wendy Sellers. The last podcast series was about what to expect in 2025. I talked about how AI automation will reimagine your job. Diversity and inclusion strategies will evolve amid backlash. Efficiency versus employee experience, and to focus on both. The fact that learning and development takes center stage for employees, and the future of work as both digital and flexible. Well, I should have named that series. Here's what we could reasonably expect, because since then, well, wow, so many things have been announced, throwing HR and ops into tailspins. So, this series will be a brief overview of what has been going in the past few weeks of 2025, based on changes in the government. Changes that affect many, but not all businesses. First up, let me explain the changes with affirmative action and how people wrongly think this means diversity initiatives are banned. This is far from the truth. Affirmative action has been a topic of significant debate and legal scrutiny. Historically implemented to correct disparities in employment and education, affirmative action policies were designed to support those at a societal disadvantage. Fast forward to recent years. Most of these programs had already been phased out, with remnants existing primarily within federal hiring, government contractor positions, and federally funded educational institutions. But in 2023, a landmark Supreme Court ruling put an end to these lingering affirmative action programs in universities, marking a significant shift in how equality is approached in America. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act and other acts are still laws under the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and are intended to prohibit employment discrimination. What's crucial here is distinguishing between affirmative action and broader DEI efforts. DEI, standing for diversity, equity, and inclusion, focuses on creating inclusive environments where every individual has the opportunity to thrive. DEI does not mandate quotas or give preferential treatment based on demographic criteria. Instead, it fosters an environment of inclusion through awareness, education, and organizational culture shifts. Let's explore how companies are and have been navigating this new landscape. In response to the end of affirmative action, not just this year, but in 2023, some organizations have canceled or rebranded their DEI programs, aiming to remove controversy. However, smart companies understand that fostering an inclusive culture where people feel that they actually belong, well, that doesn't have to be contentious. Moving away from buzzwords and politically charged rhetoric, these organizations are setting actionable, transparent DEI goals that focus on fairness and genuine opportunity for all employees. Many companies are renaming their initiative or policies to be inclusive where people feel they belong. So inclusivity and belonging are key words. Okay, so what about practical strategies for maintaining inclusivity, as well as diversity of thought and belonging without alienation? What does this look like in practice? It involves reframing efforts to emphasize skill development for everyone, especially those who lack skills that others have, unbiased hiring practices, perhaps using scorecards, and a supportive work environment that acknowledges diverse perspectives without alienating any group. For example, management training, open forums for employee feedback, and transparent communication channels are just some ways businesses can maintain a robust, diverse, and inclusive framework. Remember that the goal is to end bias and discrimination, not perpetuate it. By focusing on inclusivity and belonging, and hopefully the concept of equity too, organizations can craft a culture where everyone, irrespective of their background, has the chance to succeed. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more insightful information on the changes occurring in 2025.